Vegan side effect can't help feeling the extra joy.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Samba, a symbol of Brazil, part 1 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Sambando na cara da sociedade, levanta o tapete, sacode a poeira.
Desejamos a vocês feliz dia, queridos telespectadores. I just said we wish you a happy day, loving viewers. In Portuguese, the official language of Brazil. I'm Marcos. The kind-hearted nature of beings radiates uplifting energy that brings joyous feelings to others. The life-loving Brazilian people cherish your company and welcome you to our show, Samba, a symbol of Brazil, part 1 of 2. Brazilian music encompasses a wide range of genres from different cultures and has integrated them together. Among the country's diverse styles of music, samba or samba carioca is the most iconic. Each year, during the celebration of the Brazilian Carnival, splendid samba performances express the overflowing, delightful energy and enthusiasm of the Brazilian people. In the city of Rio de Janeiro alone, the annual carnival generates $500 million and provides job opportunities for about 300,000 people. The cheerful rhythm of samba, accompanied by the lively dance, are also much loved by people around the world. Music is an integral part of human development and represents the social, historical, and geographical traits of a region. Samba is inseparable from Afro-Brazilian music development because it synthesizes the traditional music of native Brazilian Luso-Hispanic culture and Brazil's African heritage. The early form of samba music and dance can be traced to the jongo dance of African migrant workers on sugar and coffee plantations and in mines from around 1500 to 1815. The intertwining of cultures which took place on the plantations and in mines led to various samba crossovers that blended Luso-Hispanic components with African song drumming dance and local Brazilian traditions. Linked with these geographic locations, the early prototypes can be categorized as the samba lenço of the central and southern regions, the samba campineiro of the central areas around São Paulo, and the samba de roda of the northern regions. After the abolition of slavery on May 13, 1888, many people moved to big cities such as Rio de Janeiro, the capital of Brazil, São Paulo, and others in search of employment. According to many scholars, the word samba originated from the Kimbundu or Angolan word samba, which means a touch of the bellies. The dance showed movements that could have been rooted in religious rituals and community celebrations found in Africa. The Afro-Brazilian historian Professor Helena Theodoro, who focuses her studies on the relationship between Brazilian religion and the samba tradition, says that samba is derived from different African cultures, including Angolan and Nigerian, that are manifested in samba or samba carioca, carioca being what the African descendants living in Rio call themselves. She says that samba was originally a way for the excluded African residents to communicate their emotions, such as their sorrows, joys, and need to be together. Let's now hear the samba piece A Vida Tava Tão Boa, or Life Was So Good, written and performed by the Coco Trupe Band.
Esse que eu vou cantar agora é da minha autoria, A Vida Tava Tão Boa. Pronta? vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Eu tava no Juazeiro, no sertão do Ceará.
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Tava no crado de crado para Monteiro, de Monteiro para o crado, do crado para Juazeiro. Depois de um crado eu voltei para Monteiro, de Monteiro para o crado, do crado para Juazeiro.
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Eu tinha só 13 anos, você pode acreditar.
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Quando minha mãe morreu, eu só pensava em chorar.
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Tava no crado do crado para Monteiro, de Monteiro para o crado, do crado para Juazeiro. Depois do crado eu voltei para Monteiro, de Monteiro para o crado, do crado para Juazeiro.
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Parti para o Juazeiro pensando em trabalhar.
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Fiquei com a minha tia na roça, eu fui plantar.
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Tava no crado do crado para Monteiro, de Monteiro para o crado, do crado para Juazeiro. Depois do crado eu voltei para Monteiro, de Monteiro para o crado, do crado para Juazeiro.
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Esse coco é todo meu, você pode acreditar.
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Canto coco e canto roda para a moça da vida.
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Tava no crado do crado para Monteiro, de Monteiro para o crado, do crado para Juazeiro. Depois do crado eu voltei para Monteiro, de Monteiro para o crado, do crado para Juazeiro.
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
A vida tava tão boa, pra quem mandou me chamar?
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
A vida tava tão boa, pra quem mandou me chamar?
A vida tava tão boa, pra que mandou me chamar?
Harmonious viewers, we'll now pause for a moment and return shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Vegan for a peaceful and benevolent world. Welcome back to our show. In the early days of its development, the police sometimes stopped or closed the samba performances in the favelas, making its survival extremely difficult. One of the most influential figures in samba history is Tia Ziata, a Bahian, Angolan, and African spiritual leader. Tia lived in an area known as Pequeno Africa or Little Africa. During the difficult period of censorship and restrictions, Tia would arrange for instrumentalists to play choro music in front of her house, while she and her friends enjoyed samba in the backyard, where they were well concealed and safe. Tia Ziata's home became a gathering place for many influential people of the time, including prominent composers, singers, intellectuals, and journalists. Among her frequent guests were the great composers Alfredo da Rocha, Viana Filho, known as Big Xinguinha, and Ernesto Joaquim Marias dos Santos, known as Donga. Big Xinguinha integrated the older musical genre of choro with jazz, while Donga was the first composer to record samba for radio in 1916 with the song Pelo Telefone. In the 1920s, samba entered a transitional period. Some composers, including Ismael Silva Bide or Alcebiades Barcelos, Armando Marçal, Nilton Bastos, and others pioneered the subgenre samba canção. They modified samba by utilizing the 4-string cavaquinho or a small frame drum called a tambourine to guide the rhythms. Samba Canção also places greater emphasis on melody over rhythm, features more sentimental and romantic lyrics, and marks a pronounced deviation from the machixe-based samba. One of the early samba composers, Ismael Silva, recorded his first hit song, Me Faz Carinhos, or Makes Me Affectionate, in 1925, followed by numerous other popular pieces such as Se Você Jurar, or If You Swear, sung by duo Francisco Alves and Mario Reis in 1930. Ismael found continued success with his compositions. Inspired by local bloco carnavalesco or informal street carnival groups, Ismael and his fellow composers set up the first samba school named Deixa Falar, or Let Them Talk. Deixa Falar was called the Samba School because the leaders and founders of the group could be classified as masters of samba. In fact, they were all well known as great composers of samba music. Later, other samba schools were born, including Estação Primeira do Mangueira and Portela, which up to now remain prestigious samba schools in Rio. The presence of these schools led to the very first unofficial parade competition among samba schools, held in 1932 in Praça 11. A talented samba singer and dancer, Carmen Miranda, brought samba to the international stage when she moved to the US and became a Hollywood actress. Carmen played some important roles in Broadway musicals and Hollywood films such as Down Argentine Way and Springtime in the Rockies. She acted in one Brazilian film featuring a glorious carnival event, where she wore a costume displaying the beauty of the traditional clothes worn by the Bahia people of Northeast Brazil. Music featuring samba percussion instruments was revived during the 1950s, being played mostly in the favelas, appearing in the mojo or hills, and called Samba de Mojo. The style became known as Samba do Batucada, characterized by polyrhythmic percussion along with a repetitive style and fast pace. Later, this strong percussive beat would become the core sound of Rio's carnivals. During the same period, Samba Canção transformed into the famous bossa nova. The new genre of bossa nova became popularized by Antonio Carlos Jobim and João Gilberto. The soundtrack of the film Black Orpheus, composed by Jobim and Luis Bonfa, has been referred to as reflecting the sound of Brazilian music's origin. In the 1970s, samba once again transformed into various other musical styles with the rise of MPB, or Música Popular Brasileira, which blended rock, jazz, and other genres. However, in the same period, other subtypes of samba such as funk partido alto and the small format style of pagode also began to emerge. Some prominent artists of this era were Milton Nascimento, Djavan, and Ivan Lins. Jubilant viewers, thank you for your company today during Samba, a symbol of Brazil, part 1 of 2. Please return next Tuesday, August 24th for part 2. May heaven watch over you in our ever-improving world. Vegan side effect: can't get rid of the angels.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Chương trình của chúng tôi cung ứng nhiều ngôn ngữ. Xin xem suprememastertv.com/schedule và suprememastertv.com/AJAR.